Hello to everybody who's come in. Just making sure everything's set correctly, and then we will be going. Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah, looks good. Alrighty. I think my monitor got bumped when I was playing CDI. That's better. Now, what the heck was I doing? Objective is to get to Nibelheim. We deliver the Chocograss. Well, we can do that first. Oh yeah, we need to get it. It was like 30 pieces or something. That's what we were doing. Alright, cool.
Hey, since you seem to be in the know, give me the skinny. Who's this Sam guy?
Big shot in Wall Market.
Uh-huh. So he must be pretty scummy.
I don't know. Banal business aside, he didn't strike me as a total asshole.
Interesting. Or maybe your powers of perception weren't handy enough to see through his facade.
That's gotta be it.
Oh, if only I had found you sooner. I could have saved you from your own gullibility.
I forgot we had the flatulent chocobo. One that literally, like, farts water.
Nibelheim's not far now. Yep. First time.
Same here. Didn't see me coming back till now. Didn't think there was anything to come back to.
Sorry.
It's all right. Lots happened since then.
Why is it showing me that my bitrate is nothing? Oh no, it's just so steady it looked like nothing. Okay. I'm used to going like up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. There we go. Now it's a little more spiky. That's what I was used to. I was like, my bitrate literally nothing? It's like, no, it's just dead flat. Let's see. In the jagged formations at the foot of Mount Nibel, the village of Nibelheim had little to offer the outside world. However, their quiet existence would change dramatically with Shinra's discovery of vast reserves of Mako within the mountain. Company efforts began with the construction of Shinra Manor on the plot of leased land. It was there that the head of research and development, Professor Gass, and his assistant, Professor Hojo, pioneered studies on Mako and Genova. Shinra's financial investment delivered the people of Nibelheim from poverty. Their newfound happiness and prosperity would be short-lived, though, as the entire village was burned to the ground and countless innocents slaughtered by Sephiroth. Perfect reconstruction of Nibelheim was later erected in the site in secret and now serves as a treatment center for victims of Mako poisoning. I guess you can helicopter hover. Wasn't sure if you could do that. Let's see. Yeah, we haven't done that. That one, this should be easy. Just need to sneak right over here, and then whoop. There we go.
Cloud, stay close, would you? I honestly thought I was ready for this, but it's just too real.
There we go. Onto the tower. Let's see. I need something cold. My throat is not the best today, so we're gonna do this. That works. Intel has been relayed to Chadley. In Chadley Simulator 7. Alright, it's... which way? That way? Okay. Alright, time to bounce on Chadley Simulator. Alright, we should get one of those little chocobos showing up out of nowhere. I guess it's not here. I guess I beat it here. There it is. Okay. Let's see about petting it. I said I want to pet it. Yep, give it chin scritchies. Meep meep. Meep meep. Kind of reminds me of a cat I used to have. Alright, we were trying to go this way, so we want this way. And then we're trying to loop around like this. And didn't the game say this was literally the last one? I could have sworn it said that it was the last one in the game.
Bring back all the mooglets for me, Kupo.
Okay, I forgot how creepy you were. Alright, I need you to do this. Then we're going to intentionally toss you into this. Which direction do I need to take it? This direction, okay. Go. Keep going. Go where I need you. There we go. Go in, that's 2. Alright, go that way. Go that way. Keep going. In you go. Let's see, how do I get over this? Get in the water, go around. Okay. Alright, you. Don't know why that didn't count, but there we go. You in. There we go. 0 hits.
Thanks so much.
Perfect.
You're a true hero. Every single Emporium is once again open for business, Kupo.
Cool.
It was Mog and Mag's hope that these special shops would bring happiness to folks all throughout the world, Kupo. And that dream lived on, passed down to their children and their children's children.
And that
and
time
so
we
on
interbred
for
with
countless
koala bears.
generations. One day, these Mooglets will inherit that legacy, like those before them.
That legacy of breeding with koala bears, strangely.
Before I forget, I have a super duper amazing present for you to thank you for all your help. You're gonna love it.
Is it you turning into regular Moogles?
Kupo? Kupo.
Go on now, be good hosts and show our guest how it's done.
You just drop him in a lake.
Kupo.
Faceplant, faceplant, come on. Oh, dang it, I wanted to see him just like flat into the ground.
Kupo po.
Well, this is something. Wouldn't that cut his wings off?
So what did you think?
Not bad. Kupo.
Kupo! Kupo-po-po-po-po-po. Kupo.
Now that we've been reunited, the Mooglets and I will continue our efforts to spread joy all over the world. Also, we found a bunch of rare and exotic items you won't want to miss out on. Come see for yourself, Kupo. Kupo!
Kupo indeed.
Welcome, Kupo.
So how have you been, Kupo? Aerith. 13. Could use the Yuffie book. Yeah. I gotta say, CDI was more jank than I expected it to be. That was pretty ridiculous.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, I really loved how it was like, now serving ass. It took me a second to realize that. Yeah, there were some of those games that were legitimately annoying. And what the hell was Alien Gate? Yeah, Alien Gate was just something. Why does it only say 14? Okay, it is counting each one. It's just being weird. So of those bizarre janky games, which felt the least jank to you? Yeah, Micro Machines was actually good, if not just a little basic. I gotta say that Palm Springs Golf was by far the worst one, though. I mean, that was barely playable. I was amazed that, like, of the 4 people who voted on that poll, it was 4-0 to play CDI jank. Like, what is wrong with you people? I was thinking at least one person would be like, oh, let's play something else. It's like, CDI jank. Yeah, the only reason I stopped playing Micro Machines, despite the fact that it was good, is that I realized it looked like it was going to be, you know, probably 25 more races to be able to get it done. And I just didn't see a need for that.
Switch it up.
There, bring it. Come on. Bring it.
Yeah, I just didn't see a need to finish Micro Machines with, you know, how many random weird jank games we had to see for that. I did technically beat one game, missed, but then again, I know exactly what to do. I mean, you could debatably say I beat Girls Club because with Girls Club, you really only have, like, what was I going to say about Girls Club? With Girls Club, it's super repetitive. All you're doing is legitimately just, like, that same thing of, like, who's your dream date? Okay, who's your dream date? Who's your dream date? Just over and over and over, so there's really nothing more to it than what I showed. Yeah, and to say you've completely filled Girls Club would have taken us playing through that game, like, I think, no joke, like probably 25 more times. And I'm like, there is no need for that. Yeah, it would have just been a waste of time to actually go through and beat Girls Club Party that many times. And I could tell, like, besides me, you know, making fun of how cheesy it is, nobody seemed to be into that one.
Good news, Cloud. That life spring yielded information on a very rare fiend. The King Zoo rules the skies of Nebel, and now we know where it roosts. Seeing as this talon's terror has been causing trouble for the Black Robes, I suggest that you clip its wings.
Well, that was a little dark. You want me to just clip its wings just because you know where it lives? Okay, Chadley. A little mean of you. Let's see. So what have you been up to today? Let's see, we're gonna head over to here. I honestly think that the most jank thing we played might legitimately have been that Alien Gate game. That game was super bizarre.
According to local legend, Odin's Zontetsuken is capable of weaving anything in two, be it the fabric of creation or the time between the seconds. You know, not to compare swords, but his might trump yours.
Hey there, Macas. How you doing? Yeah, I'm definitely doing better after a lot of rest. Okay, so where is this cave that I'm looking for? Is it below me or something? Must be below me. Maybe it's through here? Nope, that's just a wall. Okay. So what you been up to? I actually never beat it. You know that part where you have to take the hovercraft? Yeah, where the part with the hovercraft, when I was playing it single player, Sheva was, I was forced to drive it, and Sheva was, trying to do the shooting, and she was like shooting stuff that was like miles away, and not attacking the stuff that was right next to me. So because of that, they ended up killing me, and that was the point when I was just like, yeah, this is garbage. I'm done. Yeah, that part was just too awful for me, so yeah, that's where I gave up and never finished that game.
Take the wrath of the ninja!
It was just a little too awful for me. And that's what I'm saying. I'd be willing to try and beat that game 2-player, but the AI was so dumb as a brick there that I couldn't take it. I've heard that that's actually one of the more annoying parts in the game to play single player, just because, Sheva's AI is so dumb, but, I'm not sure about that.
Thanks to you, Cloud, I was able to successfully extract data on the deity.
Yeah, because there's so many times where I'd be like, okay, I'm doing fine. And the AI is like, help! I can't find a way out of here. Help! And I'm like, shut up. Just stay over in your corner. And it's like, oh, by the way, I figured out how to get out of the corner. And then it ends up getting itself killed. And I'm just like, oh, screw you, game. I eventually just had enough of its shit and just was like, I'm not having fun with this. Like, if Resident Evil 5 had been fun and challenging, I would have been like, yeah, absolutely, I'll play through this. But the fact that it was just frustrating through and through and did not have a good story, I was just like, yeah, I don't care. And I've heard bad things about 6.
Be warned, Cloud. You have entered the King Zoo's domain. This is a highly dangerous feat. Proceed with extreme caution.
Alright. Yeah, I never played 6 at all because I was just like, well, 5 was really bad. And I didn't really like 4. And I've heard 6 is even worse. So I'm just like, I'm done. I was actually feeling fairly done with the Resident Evil series at that point. It was only when they redid Final Fantasy, or not Final Fantasy, Resident Evil 2 and 3, that I was just like, oh, this looks awesome. Guitar noises.
I'll take whatever you've got. King
So lightning, fire, and wind. Okay. Hey.
Perhaps your efforts here will help us get to the bottom of this and many other mysteries. This calls for a scanning and beating the ground.
Alright, let's see here. We need to do cure on ourself.
Never count a ninja out. Under control.
Alright, now we need to set a heal to Tifa.
You can thank me later.
Alright, Cloud, you need to give yourself the top heal. Yep, give yourself the top heal. Let's see. Missed Mega.
You're gonna feel this one. Gotcha.
Alright, we want to give it a big old shock.
Let it out, guys. Get lost. Come on. Sit up.
No more friends.
Cloud, you need to strike that right wing. Alright, that pressures it, so... Okay, we need to... Mist High Potion again? Or... Wait, was that Mist High Potion or Mist, Oh, you can't get over it. I thought I could get over it. Oh, god damn it. I didn't want you to lurch. I wanted you to throw. Alright, synergy ability. Halcyon Descent.
Had to go and wake the beast.
Alright, Tifa. I need you to Thundara a wing.
No, I'm cheering for you.
And Yuffie, I need you to... There, we got one wing down. Now, do we have the lightning? Yes, we do.
Sorry, but I got a bolt.
Now we need to lightning the right wing again. What?
My mission.
What the hell was that? Okay. Wonderful.
Let's get to it.
Commencing guidance protocol. It's little wonder this majestic suit earned such a lofty title. Zoos adhere to a strict pecking order, in which the largest male is recognized as the one and only species. This preeminent specimen eventually leaves the flock to live in deep solitude.
And to anybody else who happens to have come in, greetings. Still just working on this bird.
Theorize that they do so to create an environment in which new kings one day emerge. Perhaps your efforts here will help us get to the bottom of this and many other mysteries.
Okay.
Analyzing biological data.
Alright, Yuffie. We need you to Mist Mega.
No being standing still.
Stop kicking me around like a rag doll. Alright, spell Pura.
Let's try that again. Take the lead.
Let me handle this. Come on. Good luck. If you insist.
Tifa, we need you. Where's. Did you use your fucking ability? I didn't want you to. Alright, ability.
This called for a fight. All right.
My turn.
Victory is all but guaranteed.
Come on, Tifa. Don't die. Stop being stupid.
I can still fight.
Are you okay?
You better not be dead. Get lost.
Okay, we need Phoenix down onto her.
No sleeping on the job. No way.
I didn't ask you to do that.
Your strength knows no bounds.
Alright, we want synergy. No, we want Mist Mega. Tifa, please. Tifa, please limit it.
Giving it my all.
Just take a deep breath. You can do it.
Here.
Just know I'm cheering for you.
Alright, spell. Andara into the left wing.
Call it that thing.
And stay on surprise.
Alright, we need you to raise Yuffie.
You okay?
And then Yuffie, we want you to limit this thing. And then okay, we need Tifa to do one more ability. We're doing a Mist Mega.
Getting out of this one.
Alright.
buzz off.
I know you can do this.
Aoife, we need you to Thundara the right wing. And Cloud, we need you to Firebolt Blade the right wing. Come on, we can do this. Did that stagger? Alright, we just need... Alright, now we want to Thundagaga. And then we want to limit this. There we go. Got it.
Excellent work dethroning the King Zoo. Attempting to prey upon you proved his undoing. And without that winged terror flying around, the skies are clear once
I like
more.
how her hair just kind of like snaps back into a loop.
Sigh of relief.
Alright, that's finished. So, where do we want to go next? Let's go to that chocobo stop. Sorry. Do I have enough cushions? Yeah, still got 4. Okay, all healed up. Now our next destination should be... Let's see. There we go. And we're going this way? Yep. Flying around on a chocobo that has ultra flatulence coming out its feet. This makes no scientific sense, but we don't really care. We're just gonna fly there now. Flying through the air like we don't care. Who cares where it comes from? Who knows? Maybe it comes from when its anus blows. We just flew past it, I need to go back. Flying around with magic feet. It is quite neat. What if I kick this log? Will it give me the answer to do? It is going to fly around and go. Is it gonna go over there? Let's see where it goes.
Just beyond Mount Evil, from this belief arises the conception of Odin as a gatekeeper of the afterlife, one who turns away all whose time
Yep,
is not yet
in
come.
here. Then we give this a kick to see where it's going to lead me. Let's see. Yep, around, around. You going up? Yep, you're going up. And then we go up here, I'm assuming? So how you doing, Retro Tester? Doing Doing your thing?
Easy.
Is it through here? Yup. Once I'm sure we have most of the people in here, I'm going to show something I created. It's very silly. Circle, square, 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 but circle, XX, square, triangle, triangle, circle. Did I get that? Yes, okay. Oh, there was only 3 on that one. Okay, cool.
I've managed to analyze all the crystals located in Evil. Thank you for your help. Odin will serve as a powerful
Thank
ally,
you for your help.
taking your foes away to the land of the dead. Ah, though you have yet to obtain the requisite materia.
Because Chadley is talking in a completely normal way that does not look strange at all. I feel like this flying chocobo has been the best one so far. I mean, it's really great that it has explosive flatulence and just lets me skip so much of this, like, stupid climbing. Have I done that one already? Yeah, I'm just waiting till a little later in the stream to where we have, you know, most of the people who usually show up before I show off the thing that I created. Because I feel like it's one of those things that if you see it once, it kind of ruins the surprise.
That's a decent amount of choco grass, I suppose. Well, one thing. Should we take it back to the fleet?
So is this just a bunker? Is not actually a tower? Okay, it's just a bunker. Okay. But we want to go this way so that we can get on our way. We can fly today. Thunk. Why are you saying no? Okay, fine. I'll beat this enemy first.
One step at a time.
Come back, Chocobo, wherever you went. There you are. Okay, it's right there. And you probably can barely see the just off camera there. Sniff it then. Yeah, stick your head underwater and give it a good sniff. Yeah, he's over there on the bed. He's asleep. As I've said, that cat has two settings. Whiny and asleep. Yeah, once I'm sure like you and Macca's and maybe like Hallian shows up, I will definitely show off the thing I created that's ridiculous. Took a fair amount of work, but I think it's definitely worth the silliness. Yes, clip your wings through the ceiling. I assume you can see the cat back there just asleep. Okay, what's a Garm bracelet? Can I craft a Garm bracelet? Because a Garm bracelet seems really good once I can find one. Can I make a Garm bracelet? I cannot make a Garm bracelet. Let's see. Increases limit level. Interesting. Let's see. What can I craft in here? Giga Potion. I need the Planet Spirit ability. I can cast the Splendors now. Okay. And Mercy. And Spirit. Okay. Yeah, this game has a lot of crafting, which I slightly like because it's not as ridiculous as some things. But yeah, it is one of those things of like, why? Why does it have to have crafting? Why does everything have to have crafting? It's like you can't just go through your game and be like, oh yeah, we decided not to have crafting. Isn't that a mind-blowing thing? But no, it has to. It's required. So you're blaming Minecraft. I mean, in my case, I can blame Star Wars Galaxies. Because Star Wars Galaxies had ridiculous, like, over-the-top crafting that was super good, but, you know, that's what kind of prepared me of, like, yes, we must have crafting. Let's see, dry ethers. Okay, we need Astral Remnant. Not heard of Star Wars Galaxies? Yeah, it's because it came out in 2003. It was very, very good MMO at the time. Came right off the heels of EverQuest, and you know, it kind of positioned you of, hey, you want to be whatever you want. You want to go ahead and then, you know, like build your house in the middle of a field. Oh, you want a house? Well, guess what? You have to like dig some dirt, and then once you've dig some dirt, you know, you'll have enough minerals to build like a really crappy harvester, and that crappy harvester will get you enough resources to make a better harvester, and then that better harvester gets you enough to make a factory, and then that factory allows you to like make a house, and then you can take that house and literally place it wherever you feel like. Like, as long as the ground's, roughly flat, and it's not inside one of the, like, cities created by the game or one of the special event areas. But you could place it almost anywhere. You could decorate that house with anything you found in the game that could be dropped, which was probably 98% of the stuff in the game. It had resources that would change weekly. So you could do quests. You could, pick any profession you wanted. You can mix and match them in a time period where you were like, oh, I'm an archer. In this, you could be like, well, I don't like being, a hand-to-hand fighter. I'm going to switch to being a dancer. Well, I don't like being a dancer. I'm going to go ahead and switch to being, somebody who makes, buildings. And all of the sort of stuff in it, every piece of resource was unique. And you were actually constantly seeking better and better and better resources so you could craft things. And the crafted stuff was better than the looted stuff for, 99% of the time. And so it was a super well done game. And then World of Warcraft came out. And they decided, like, hey, we have this really unique Star Wars game. We want it to be exactly World of Warcraft. When it was designed nothing like it. And it really, really ruined the game. So it took it from being what I would consider the best crafting system in any game ever to, in about 2.5 years, completely ruining the game. Like, absolutely destroying it. Yes, because Star Wars Galaxies did what was called, they were like, oh, this game, even though it's fun, let's try and balance it. And they tried to balance it with what was called the combat upgrade, which made the combat actually worse. And then they were like, well, that wasn't great. Let's go ahead and do the new game experience. And the new game experience took it to where you had, roughly, let's see, what was it? I think it was 23 professions you could choose and mix and match of, plus, the Jedi. And Jedis had to be unlocked by, a lot of work. And it took it to where those 23 professions were merged down to, I think, 6. And Jedi became a starting class. They also designed it from a sort of game that was very much about, like, kind of line yourself up a little bit and then, go ahead and, like, add a bunch of skills to the queue and it'll go, like, bang, 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 bang. And then, do that sort of queue to where they were like, oh, let's make it time-based. Which Star Wars Galaxies was never designed to be time-based. So the time-based elements were really bad. Like, really, really bad. And so it was one of the things that Star Wars Galaxies went from having about 1 million players, which, was really, really, really big numbers in 2003, to having, like, 10,000 in the span of, like, 6 months because of how horrible the 2005 update was. So they took what was a really good game with fantastic crafting that you could do whatever you felt like, and when they tried to balance it, they absolutely destroyed it. Because I spent basically nearly every waking moment of 2003 and 4 on that game. And then, yeah, once they changed it in 2005, they tried to act like nothing had happened. Like everything was absolutely perfectly fine. And from there, they were like, okay, well, everything's fine. We haven't seen a significant loss. And people actually had hacked the servers a little bit and had found out the concurrent player numbers for a specific Friday, which those player numbers were normally somewhere in the in the range of probably like 200,000 or 300,000 people playing at one time, where they determined that in the entire game across every server, that on one random Friday, which normally like a month before would have had like 200,000 players, had 5,000. It was that sharp of a drop in, player base. And so, yeah, them trying to imitate World of Warcraft and, basically utterly fucking it up took a game that was stable, profitable, and loved by its fan base, and destroyed it. And the other thing that was pretty bad about that was that with that, what happened is Star Wars Revenge of the Sith came out. and they put out a they put up an update that was all about Revenge of the Sith, and it introduced Mustafar, you know, the planet where Obi-Wan and Anakin duel. And everybody's like, oh, cool, we got Mustafar. And that expansion pack came out. And then literally 3 days after that expansion pack came out, with no warning whatsoever, they went in there and they switched the complete game style on us with no warning, no beta testing, no information. It was just one day we all logged in, and there was like, you know, a 2 gig patch, which back then a 2 gig patch was huge, saying, hey, here is the new game experience. And we all went, new game experience? Well, hopefully this is better than what happened with the combat upgrade. And we were all like, this is shit. And so there was mass refundings. Like, we're talking hundreds of thousands of refundings of the Revenge of the Sith expansion pack, which I forget what it was called, but it was the Revenge of the Sith expansion pack. And the thing was, we all kind of looked at Star Wars The Old Republic like, hey, you know, here's Star Wars The Old Republic, and it's promising to have the stories that would have gone into Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like, they were claiming that it was basically 5 games worth of Knights of the Old Republic stories. And we were like, oh, awesome. And I pre-ordered the collector's edition. Hell, I still have it somewhere in the shed. And I was like, this is sweet. You know, like, let's do this. And from there, I tried it. I played the beta of it, which came from, you know, reserving that collector's edition. And I played the beta very thoroughly. Found some very hilarious bugs. But that was the thing with that beta, is I went through and I was just like, you know what? This doesn't have the same feel. It doesn't have the crafting system at all. There's nothing about resource gathering. Your houses are all instanced to where, you know, it's not like you can display them. You couldn't put down anything you want. You were very, very locked into your professions. You couldn't, you know, like, mix and match. The galaxy was way smaller. Yeah, and while I'd say it debatably has better combat, and it absolutely has better story, it just never felt the same. Yeah, it's very, very close. You know, I would say that Star Wars The Old Republic is essentially the World of Warcraft of the Star Wars universe. And I do have a funny story about World of Warcraft, funnily enough. Very much closer to World of Warcraft than Lord of the Rings Online. I've played both. And the thing about World of Warcraft is I was actually working at Target at the time and already playing Star Wars Galaxies. And I remembered how huge of a deal EverQuest was and how huge of a deal Star Wars Galaxies was. And I went, okay, this is... And I was standing in the back, you know, with, like, all the pre-release games that hadn't come out yet. And I looked at it and I went, oh, here's EverQuest 2. This looks really good. This has, you know, like, fantastic graphics. This looks amazing. You know, this is going to, you know, absolutely, you know, like, sell millions and be like the top MMO. No doubt. And then I was like, World of Warcraft? Really? Like, God, this looks like the sprites out of Warcraft 3. This looks like shit. Like, okay, this looks really bad. And on top of that, Blizzard doesn't know how to make an MMO. Not at all. Blizzard had made a dungeon crawler, and they made a real-time strategy game. They don't know how to make an MMORPG. Not at all. So, World of Warcraft, this is going to fail miserably. You know, like, this is going to sell, like, 100,000 copies, and it's going to be dead in, like, 2 years. EverQuest 2, absolutely going to succeed and just blow this stupid World of Warcraft out of the water. Man, was I wrong. While you still can play EverQuest 2, it is still active. It is nowhere near the popularity of Warcraft 2. It never hit the World of Warcraft popularity. Not even close.
As the Disgorgon evolved, it grew exponentially in size until it could no longer fly.
Let's see. You recall your dad playing EverQuest? I have never played EverQuest. I just know of it, and it was made by about half the same team as Star Wars Galaxies. Ice. Okay. But yeah, it was one of those things that I would... Oh yeah, Star Wars Galaxies, like, I've still played the fan servers. Hell, I played the fan server of Star Wars Galaxies, like, 6 hours ago. But the thing about it is that that fan server probably has 60 people on it. And on top of that, even the most populated one probably has about 200. So that's the thing, is that it's one of those things that Star Wars Galaxies is really only played for nostalgia. It has no active player base in all realisticness. It doesn't. And the only reason I still play it even slightly is just a little bit of nostalgia and a little bit of obsessiveness. But most of the time I log on to that game, I'll play for 20 minutes just to, like, update my harvesters and all the crap I'm selling, make sure that I'm stocked and, you know, all that. And the money I have just slowly crawls up in the millions, you know, but I don't play that game anymore because I've realized I'm done with it. Everything that I did in Star Wars Galaxies was 99% about playing with people and talking to people, which I'm doing that right here, right now. And that's the thing, is that could I try and play Star Wars Galaxies? Yeah. Is most of the stuff gone? Yeah. Is there any new content? No. Will there ever be new content? No. And that's the thing I've come to terms with, is that just, it's a piece of my past. Star Wars, I mean, to be completely honest, the social aspect is 99% of the reason why I ever played Star Wars Galaxies and EverQuest 2 and Guild Wars and Matrix Online, which Matrix Online was a turd, and all that. So it comes down to, that's why I played these games and am still playing games on Twitch. So why did you feel scared about talking to people in MMORPGs? Okay, that's done. Let's go do this quest, which we can warp to right here. So the thing is that, yeah, some of those hardcore players are going to just be, you know, either they don't want to talk to you or they'll, you know, have a superiority complex, but most people are just going to want to chat. That's what I realized about most of those games. I mean, most of those people are playing that game because they want to talk to people. I mean, there's plenty that don't. There's a whole thing in Final Fantasy XIV about soloing the game, but you know that's your own prerogative whether you want to do that or not. But I can say that if you want a game that is an MMO that is friendly to the average people, I will absolutely suggest Final Fantasy XIV over any of them.
I know the Sage is a bit of a handful, but stick with it, okay? It'll all pay off in the end. I promise.
Did you ever learn to play like actual songs on the instruments in Lord of the Rings Online?
Oh, you get your hands on that choco grass. Well, if it ain't my beloved choco grass. This stuff can be one hell of a hassle to gather. Thank goodness I had you to get it for me.
Okay, so what are you gonna do with it?
He's gonna smoke it.
I suppose you've earned the right to know. First, I take this fluff, mix it with some chocobo feathers, and let it ferment. Once it's dry, I boil it all down.
Then I mix it with some blue cough syrup.
And voila, my patented choco tincture.
That's some kind of magic medicine?
Oh no, just a little fun.
This wrinkly, cheeky old...
Speaking of grass, if you've got some extra tufts on hand, would you mind sharing them with my assistant at the shop? I promise I'll make it worth your while.
So you got smoke on the water on it?
Tell me about